some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Tigers have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the ground with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Lanier. Throwing right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
With the run on first and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. His defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. A run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Lanier. Quick completion on the out. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pulls it and fires to the left. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now on first down from the 28. Back to throw, it's Maryland. Looking left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the back. Touchdown, Tigers. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're
turning it on. Still on his feet. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The short hands, it's Spillman. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. On first down, here comes this offense. Red pass, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Lanier. Under fire. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up fourth down.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Man, the option can be a real pain in the butt to defend, particularly when you get outside and you're playing quarterback and pitch at the same time.
How many option teams did you face back in the day?
But we saw several, and I hated it every single week because those cut blocks came ad nauseum, and you're just trying to protect your dang knees.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Lanier. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down to this offense to set up first and goal from the 9. Georgia going up tempo. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Forced out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by 7 over Louisiana Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lee. Right down the gut of the field. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Lanier. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to keep it in the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
He now has 72 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Touchdown, Dogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the hands, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Maryland. Here's some pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're working that left side. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to pass. It's Lanier. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking to throw, it's Lanier. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Rides it and reads it. Past the first down marker and still running. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Clemson. And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Reading the option, it's Lanier. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Back to pass, it's Lanier. He fires one deep over the middle. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal.
Green 25.
On the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete on the right side. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Look at this Bulldog offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. It just... make that catch.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Siegel. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Gonna run it. It's Spillman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive.
22 water.
Direct snap. They'll try to move the chains on the ground.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
56, Georgia, 17.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Spillman. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. First down and more. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Georgia going up tempo.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained when you lose it.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gives it on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's done. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
They'll toss it to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Seagal. Makes the grab. Across the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Dogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
42, Spider.
He's looking to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Georgia comes quickly to the line. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They'll go through the motions and finish this one off with the PAT. Oh, trickery! He'll try to run it in. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a two-point conversion there. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players,